Here's your suitcase packed, but not mine. How could you leave us kids behind? Parents are going on a cruise without us kids, and we know whose fault this is. Virgin Voyages says we can't cruise till we're 18, which makes us shake like we had caffeine. Virgin Voyages says no kids on the ocean, so we're causing a commotion. You'll be sipping cocktails under a starlit night while we're back home without an invite. Sure, you've earned a gourmet spread, but we're experiencing existential dread. Adults, enjoy the cruise. We know you deserve it, but the fact we can't go is total bull.
Hey everybody, it is Brandon Foster, the owner and founder of Magic Land Vacations, the travel planning genies. You know, we love to help you save time, save stress, and save hassle when it comes to planning. I was going to say family vacations, but we're talking Virgin Voyages tonight. So we're talking no kids tonight, 18 and up. I'm super excited for tonight. Welcome to our Virgin Voyages live stream where you're going to get to learn everything you ever wanted to know about sailing on Virgin Cruise Lines. Even if you have sailed on Virgin Cruise Lines before, you are going to learn something new tonight. Please let me know where you are joining from. I am in Riverview, Florida, so it is south a little bit of Tampa. It's in the Tampa area, but I would love to know where you are joining us from. So put that in the comments. And make sure, you guys, you stay to the very end of this, or if you're watching the replay later and maybe you saw the version before, you're going to fast forward to the end because we are going to have a really incredible special offer for those of you who attended and watched the webinar today. If I were you, I would watch the whole thing through because, y'all, you're not going to believe who we have with us tonight. We have Angela Garner from Virgin Voyages. She's part of their sales crew, but I like to call her the Virgin Voyages queen is what I like to call her. And she is going to just ooze all the incredible information about Virgin Voyages. And if you will have any questions as she is talking about Virgin Voyages, you can absolutely put those questions in the comment section and we will answer those. Angela, I'm so happy to have you today.
Well, ahoy, Brandon, and ahoy, everyone. Thank you so much for putting this together and getting everybody on tonight. I am so excited to, talk about all the Virgin Voyages magic and why it is truly the best way to vacation when you're not traveling with kids.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let me go ahead and share my screen and we will get right into all the goodies stuff that we are going to share with everybody. I love how did you guys hear? She said, ahoy, ahoy, right away, ahoy. All right, Angela, take it away.
Well, ahoy, everyone. Thank you, Brandon. My name is Angela, and I'm really excited to go a deep dive into what it means to set sail the Virgin Way. So if you're not super familiar with us, I am sure you are familiar with our fearless leader and visionary, Sir Richard Branson. So Sir Richard Branson has many, many amazing companies, Virgin Records, if you love music, Virgin Atlantic, Virgin Galactic, and many more. And we always do things like all of his companies, just a little bit differently, but truly in the best of ways. And the really special thing with our cruise line is Richard always wanted to start a cruise line. He always had this big vision of creating a cruise line. When he was in his 20s, he thought something for under 30-year-olds would be really fun. And then that age progressively became a little bit older as he became a little bit older as well. So when we finally launched, he was in his 70s, or almost in his 70s. we really created something for anyone who is young at heart and enjoys life. And that's truly the experience that you have as soon as you set foot on our ships. It's really the world as it should be. And so since we started sailing only 4 years ago, we have won over 200 awards from our industry experts, from our amazing travel advisors like Brandon. But a lot of these awards are coming directly from sailors like you. They've voyaged and they've truly loved the experience. So most recently, we won the Travel and Leisure's World's Best Awards for the 3rd year in a row. And we actually received the highest score from our sailors voting for us in their 30-year history of their awards. If you're familiar with Condé Nast, we won their Traveler Reader's Choice Awards for the past 2 years. And we're still the only brand in the history of the Cruise Critics' Choice Awards who have had a clean sweep of all the awards in our category. And what that really is saying is that our sailors who have voyaged with us, they truly love the experience on board and what it means to set sail the Virgin Way. So there are many, many reasons why you are going to love the experience on board our ships. As the video, and you can actually skip this video since we went over the awards, but in the video you did see that we are 100% kid-free. That is something that our sailors love, and I know it sounds great if you're not traveling with kids, but once you are on board, it is even better because the experience that you have is catered to you. When you think about the dining, it is elevated, sophisticated, delicious food. We're not, don't have those chicken tenders or kids menu. When it comes to our restaurants, we have bars in all of our specialty restaurants. We've got outdoor fitness spaces, those beautiful hammocks on our balconies. When it comes to our ports, we have longer stays and overnights in many of our ports. And the excursions that we offer are really a lot. We have adventurous ones. We've got ones that are luxe and adventurous, like Richard would love, but a lot of them are really immersed in the local culture and really having those authentic experiences. But whether you're traveling with your significant other and you want to rekindle the romance, whether you're traveling with your family, with adult kids, maybe your parents or your grandparents, groups of friends and family, or even solo, there is an experience and there is something for everyone on board. And basically, if you are looking for that kid-free holiday, if you are not traveling with kids, even if you're somebody that you've typically traveled by land or all-inclusives, we are the place to be because the entire experience is designed for you. And it's really a great opportunity to reconnect with your inner child in truly the best of ways. So our ships are really beautifully designed. So all of our ships are designed and built for Virgin Voyages. They are brand new. They are gorgeous. We are really inspired by the modern design of those super sleek mega yachts and that modern romance of the open ocean. So our ships are actually mid-size, and it really is the perfect size. We are large enough that we have all the activities, the experiences, entertainment, and fun that you'd expect on those larger ships, just without that overall feeling of mass or crowds or long lines. The thing that I love about this ship is even when we're at our fullest, so we can hold about 2,700 sailors, it never feels overly crowded except when you want to see people, like at Scarlet Night or some of our other themed parties and events on board. Something that we do a little bit differently too than the traditional cruise line is our all-in voyage pricing. So there's a lot of things that you typically have to pay for a la carte on other cruise lines or other vacation experiences that we just include for everybody. The thing that our sailors love is all of our dining is included. That includes specialty dining as well. And our restaurants are amazing. And that's where you're typically choosing to dine in the evening hours. Those specialty restaurants are open, some of them for breakfast and brunch, but really any of our eateries are amazing. We include Wi-Fi. If you're somebody that loves health and wellness and you have to get in that group, that fitness, all of our group fitness classes are included. We've got meditation, yoga, HIIT classes, spin classes, Zumba. My personal favorite is our fun 80s inspired workout with a lot of throwback jokes to Richard Simmons, shake weights, and really, really fun experience. But that's all included. Our amazing entertainment and essential drinks like water, sodas, drip coffee. That is all included. And that's over $1,000 in value that we just include for everyone. We also recently introduced something called Voyage Fare Choices. So we provided you the ability to really set sail the way that you like to. We've got our essential fares, which typically most people want to book, but if you're somebody that might be a little bit more price conscious, we've got our base fares, or if you'd like that ultra premium experience where you've got that upgraded Wi-Fi, you've got, an earlier dining booking window and some other perks included. We do have a premium tier, so you can truly sail and set sail the way that works best for you. Now, the thing that everybody mentions when they are on board, and I'm not just biased, we truly have the best food at sea. It is not that typical, just good for a cruise kind of food. So we've partnered with the world's best Michelin star chefs, restaurateurs who've created over 20 eateries, including those 6 specialty restaurants, to satisfy any craving you could have at sea. So we actually don't have any buffets or large dining halls. And the thing that I really, really love is all of our food is fresh, made to order. And you really can taste the difference. Our food is not sitting out under heat lamps all day. It is not mass produced. It is made to order like a restaurant on land. And because of that, the food tastes fresh. The ingredients are amazing, and we can accommodate a lot of dietary preferences and restrictions as well very easily. We also do have vegetarian, vegan, and gluten-free options built into all of our menus, and those options are just as good as everything else. But the thing that I love is there's so much food for you to enjoy. If you love that great steak or seafood, you're going to want to go to the Wake, which is really that over-the-top, glamorous experience. We've got Extra Virgin, which is authentic Italian, where we make our pastas fresh daily. We have Pink Agave, which is our award-winning tribute to that authentic, elevated Mexican cuisine. And Brandon, you can go ahead and play that video. I don't believe that has sound on that. So we have some of the preview of our different restaurants. We do have the Test Kitchen, which is our foodie experience. We have so many different restaurants for you to enjoy, but the common theme with all of them, the food is absolutely amazing. And the thing that I also really love too is we really encourage you to eat as much as your heart or your stomach desires. So if you see several, appetizers, entrees, desserts, we encourage you to order everything that you want because we really want you to have that over-the-top dining experience. And you're not limited to just ordering, an appetizer, entree, or dessert. So you can it is truly a foodie's heaven no matter where you dine on board. And there's just so many delicious places. You're never going to be far out of reach from some very delicious food throughout your voyage. Now, something that we also do a little bit differently too is our approach to our premium drinks. So our premium drinks, it's not just alcohol, but of course that includes alcohol, but we've got an extensive menu of mocktails, smoothies, specialty coffees, ginger shots, really any beverage that's not included with our essential drinks. Those are going to be our premium drinks. And what we found is a lot of people don't like those traditional drink packages. They're very restrictive. You have to buy them for every day of your voyage, even if you don't want to drink 15 drinks a day. And if you're sailing in the same cabin with somebody, even if they don't drink, if you want that drink package, they still have to buy it. So that's kind of been a pain point in the industry. And so what we learned is our sailors really want those high quality beers, wines, and cocktails at a fair and reasonable street price. So we offer something called Bar Tab, and that's really our answer to that traditional drink package. And you can really think of that as onboard credit for you to spend on those premium drinks, whether it's at our restaurants and bars on board or at our Bimini Beach Club. And it's very flexible with how you can use it. The main 2 rules is it is use it or lose it, and it can only be used for those premium drinks. But the benefit of purchasing it is if you purchase that ahead of your voyage, you are going to get a Bar Tab bonus. So we're throwing in some extra free money so you can get some extra drinks on us when you pre-purchase that. So you can use that Bar Tab for yourself. If you're sailing in the same cabin with somebody, you could link your folio so you don't each have to purchase one, and you can spend from that same Bar Tab. Or if you're sailing with friends or family, you've got our wearable technology, the band. You can actually scan your band and buy somebody else drinks. And if you don't buy bar tab or you underestimate how much you're going to drink on board, our drink prices are still the same. You're just missing out on that bar tab bonus. But the thing that I love about our bar tab is it really does give you the flexibility. If you want to go all out on Scarlet Night and have all the drinks in the world, wonderful. Maybe the next day you want to take it easy. You don't have to spend that bar tab or as much as that bar tab that day. So you can really utilize that on how you like to sail and how you like to enjoy those beverages. Another thing that we do differently, and this is something I truly do love about us as well, of the many, many things, is our entertainment. So we don't have the typical entertainment that you might have experienced on some of the other cruise lines. We have our creative collective of writers, directors, choreographers, and producers who've designed our shows and entertainment truly unique to Virgin Voyages. So these are all created for us. And we have everything then from, your larger than life, Cirque du Soleil, acrobatics, immersive theater, musicals, variety shows, our supper club. And all those shows do vary from ship to ship. This photo is actually from one of my favorite shows, Persephone, which is on the Resilient Lady right now. I love that show. We do have smaller scale shows too. We've got shows that are a little more immersive that take place in our smaller venue. We've got live music. Of course, we have to with Virgin Records. We've got our own entertainment, but we do always have a guest band or a guest artist, or often both on board. So there's always music to enjoy. And then something else that we do differently, which is really neat, is instead of having one cruise director for the entire ship, we actually have our happenings cast. And these are our entertainment crew. They're not in any of the shows. They're the ones hosting all the activities that we have on board. So they each have their specialty. There's 12 different members. And so they might host things when it comes to art, magic, music, food, games. So all the things that you like to enjoy, we've got somebody that has that specialty, and you really have the opportunity to get to know them, get to interact with them. And the activities that we have on board, they are so much fun. Some are nostalgic that bring you back to being a kid or a teenager, but in the best of ways. And other ones are just a lot of fun and you have a lot of laughs. And there really is something for everyone. So if you are somebody that you love to do all the things, you love to have those experiences, there's always something to do. Though we still have a lot of spaces and places on board. If you just want to relax, have some quiet space, some quiet areas, there are certainly a lot of opportunities to do that as well. You really have the ability to design and create your ideal vacation at sea. And this is just a video featuring some of the shows and events, some of the happenings, the cast that we have across our 4 beautiful ships. Now, on all of our ships, we have a couple of themed nights. So we have our PJ party on embarkation night, which is under the stars on deck 16. But truly, that iconic night is Scarlet Night. This is the night that if you're somebody that loves to dress for a theme, you want to dress for Scarlet. So whether you want that hint of red or you want to dress head to toe, this is something that all of our sailors love to participate in. And so throughout the day on Scarlet Night, the ship is going to kind of have some different decor. You might see some inflatable octopus tentacles and some other decor kind of pop up throughout the day. I don't really want to spill all the tea on exactly what happens because that's part of the experience, but it's about the fabled love between the mysterious goddess of the sea and the sailor who won her heart. So throughout the evening, there's a menagerie of epic delights and experiences through pop-up circus performances, storytelling, karaoke, and much more. You'll come pay tribute to the love that washed the world scarlet. And then everything at the end of the evening culminates into a drenched in red pool and dance party unlike anything that you've ever seen or experienced. And if you are somebody that is very spontaneous, I highly recommend you pack 2 red outfits because they do open the pool. It's not required, but they do open up the pool after the performance that some people want to jump in when they're dressed in their red, beautiful outfits. And that's part of the experience if you want to, but it is a lot of fun and it's something that all of our sailors love. Now, we do believe about having a great balance. So if you're somebody that do nothings, that do some things or do everythings, our approach to health and wellness is really to do what works best for you. But if you are somebody that likes to have that balance, during your vacation, we've got a lot of great wellness spaces on board. Our state-of-the-art fitness center, Be Complex. All of our group fitness classes are included. And we do host activities that are centered around health and well-being. Some of my favorite spots on board, if maybe fitness is not your thing, Redemption Spa, we offer full amenities and treatments like massages and facials, but really the big winner is our thermal suite. So you can purchase a day pass. You can purchase actually a pass for your voyage if you just like to feel pampered every day. And we've got our dry sauna, our steam room, the hot and cold plunge pools, a mud room, my personal favorite, the salt room. And that's just a great way to get that relaxation. If you do like fitness or walks, we do have an outdoor fitness spaces. We've got an outdoor boxing ring. One of my favorites is the runway. So when you look at the top of our ship, you can kind of see it behind me. That red halo where the Virgin sign is, it's a 255-meter running and walking path. So great way to kick off your day, get those beautiful views, maybe snap a photo in front of the Virgin sign. You don't have to worry about running into anybody or any deck furniture. So we do have that dedicated space. And then what sits above the runway is the perch. So if you love yoga, meditation, or just those beautiful views, that's a great place to enjoy as well. So you might be wondering where you're going to lay your head down at night. So we've got a variety of beautiful cabins and suites. The vast majority of them are going to be our sea terrace balcony cabin. Though we do have sea views and insiders, they will have a very similar look and feel. Of course, our sea terrace does feature that beautiful balcony with that iconic red yellow leaf hammock and a couple of deck chairs. In all of our cabins, we do have a flat screen TV with lots of movies and TV shows that you can enjoy. That is all included. You never have to pay extra to enjoy a movie or show on board. We have our smart tablet that you control many aspects of your cabin, from the lighting to the curtains to the entertainment. We do have a lot of fun mood lighting settings you can play around with. It's another way to connect with our crew if you need your cabin serviced. We do feature a roomy rain shower as well. And it's just a very cozy place to be. Now, if you don't want a balcony, we do have our sea views that feature a porthole. You can see very similar. It's pretty much the same size as our sea terrace minus the balcony. We also do have insider cabins, which are also just as spacious as well. They're very cozy. If we do have any solo sailors out there, I know I get this question a lot. We have a number of solo sea views and solo insider cabins built into every one of our ships. So these are truly designed for the solo sailor. They are much smaller in the living area because we know you're going to be out and about socializing. You do have a 3/4 size bed, so it's slightly smaller than a full bed. But those cabins, if you are traveling by yourself, they do not carry a single supplement. So those are priced for the solo sailor. Now, if you want to be as bougie as possible and really, really go all out, our sailors love our Rockstar suites. They often say once you go Rockstar, you never want to go back because you truly feel like a mega rock star. So these were all designed by the world-renowned designer Tom Dixon. So they look a little bit different than our cabins. They've got those beautiful brass accents, our marble bar. And they do come with some additional sets of amenities and perks. We have 2 different tiers of our suites. We've got our rock stars. And then if you want that ultra exclusive, ultra luxury experience, we only have 15 of our mega rock stars on board. And you're really, really catered to with the perks that you get in either of those categories. Now, a perk that our sailors do love sailing as a rock star is you do get exclusive access to Richard's Rooftop. It's our VIP space on board that only our suite sailors are able to access. So there's lots of day beds. There's a full service bar. We've got our whirlpools, and it's just a really nice, quiet space to relax and enjoy on board and truly feel like a rock star. Now, we've got a lot of amazing, amazing itineraries. Something that I love that we've been doing the past few years is we've really diversified the itineraries that we offer. So we have over 150 beautiful destinations with 4 to 16 night voyage options. We currently have 4 ships sailing. We actually just launched our 4th ship about a month ago, and we have voyages throughout the Caribbean, Europe, North America, as well as repositioning and transatlantic voyages. Now, our biggest presence is going to be in the Caribbean. Our main home port in the US is the beautiful Miami. We've got our beautiful, beautiful Terminal V. That is our terminal in Port Miami. She is gorgeous. So we do have voyages out of Miami year round. During the summer months and early fall, we've got 4 and 5 night options. And then during the winter months in Florida, we call that snowbird season. And we do have additional ships in Miami offering longer voyage options up to 12 nights. We do have voyages out of San Juan, Puerto Rico during snowbird season as well, if you're wanting to see more of the Southeastern Caribbean and have a lot more ports throughout the voyage. So there really is an itinerary for everyone in the Caribbean. And we've got some really, really amazing destinations and islands that we're able to visit just because we are mid-size ships. And we've got, I know for our winter season, we have 37 unique itinerary options to choose from. So there is a Caribbean itinerary for everyone. But the things that we love is that all of our short Caribbean voyages out of Miami and most of our longer ones do include a full day at the beach club at Bimini. So when we're docked in Bimini, this is truly that crown jewel of those itineraries. So we've got this beautiful beach club that we've got the lagoon style pools that go on for days, beautiful beachfront access. And it's an extension of our ship. So if you've cruised with some of the other cruise lines, you might be used to having to pay to get to go to the beach club. This is included for all of our sailors. We've got our entertainment crew keeping up the vibe. We have a really fun side of the pool. We do have a quiet area if you want to relax, where we've got on the fun side, we do have our larger than life pool floaty party. We've got a DJ on deck, beachfront access. All of the food at the beach club is included, and it's delicious Bahamian and Caribbean style cuisine. All of those essential drinks like water, sodas, that is included. We even have Wi-Fi included at the beach club. And we really keep up the vibe because most of the people at the beach club are crew directly from our ship. So your favorite bartender at On the Rocks or Sip might be serving you that pina colada poolside. And your bar tab does work at our beach club as well. So you can spend that on those beautiful and delicious drinks at our beach club. Now, I know Brandon wanted me to talk a little bit about a special voyage that we have that some of you are interested in sailing on together in June. This is a really exciting itinerary for us because we are just starting to include this fall in our regular rotation. So this is very new. It's our Miami Grand Turk and back. So this is one of those 5-night voyages out of Miami. And it's really that perfect voyage because you get a couple sea days to enjoy all the amazing activities that we have during the day on board. But you'll get to go to Grand Turk and the Turks and Caicos. And when we've sailed there, even though we haven't sailed there a lot, this is actually like the highest rated one of our highest rated destinations that we sail to. Our sailors just love it. It is gorgeous there. And this also does include our full day at the beach club at Bimini. So I know the itinerary or the date that that some of you are looking at, that's going to be June 27th of 2026. So sailing June into early July. And Brandon, were you wanting to add anything about that?
No, you said it great. I just think, the picture sells itself. You know
Right?
what I mean? And don't worry, y'all will be back home in time for fireworks and July 4th and all that other kind of stuff. So it's the perfect too. It's right in the middle of the summer, right? June, July. So yeah, it's great.
Absolutely. So it's an amazing itinerary. And I know that Brandon has a lot more information too on that if you are interested in getting that booked. Now, if you are looking to live your best European life in the summer, we do have 2 of our ships based in Europe from around May through October every year. So our main home ports in Europe are going to be Athens, Greece, and Barcelona, Spain. So we have a lot of unique mix of itineraries going to the Med in Spain, Italy, and France. Out of Athens, visiting the Greek Isles, Croatia, Turkey, Montenegro, Albania in 2027. And then part of the season, one of our ships is actually based in Portsmouth, UK. So you get ports like Amsterdam, where we feature an overnight, Iceland, where we go to a few ports, Ireland and Scotland. There really is an itinerary for everyone. And really, especially with our European voyages, but also even in our Caribbean, we have a lot of itineraries, especially in Europe, that we feature long stays or even overnight. So some of those iconic ports that we go to overnight, Ibiza, Mykonos, Istanbul, Amsterdam, those places that you really want to experience that nightlife, you're able to do that on many of our itineraries in Europe or have a longer stay. Especially in Europe, we are just like a floating boutique hotel because there's a lot more port days than you've got sea days. So you really have the experience to check out a lot of really great cities in Europe and then come on board and enjoy the amazing vibe and experience while we take you to your next European city. With the launch of our fourth ship, we actually opened up new home ports for part of the season in North America. So, of course, we love our Caribbean voyages, but with our newest ship, Brilliant Lady, we've opened up some itineraries out of New York City. If you want to go to the northeastern coast or Bermuda, she'll be sailing to Miami next week, and Brandon and I will actually be on board for a special travel advisor day where she's offering long options out of Miami. So if you're looking 7 to 12 nights, Brilliant Lady's got that. She'll sail through the Panama Canal in the spring over to Los Angeles, and then launching in May of next year, we've got Alaska. We are your only kid-free escape to Alaska that is offered, where we feature 7 to 12 night options, going to ports like Ketchikan, Sitka, Juneau, the Tracy Arm Fjord, and more. Now, if you're somebody that can get away for a little bit longer, or you like to start and stop in different cities, we do have repositioning voyages in North America as well as Europe, and transatlantic options to and from Europe every spring and fall. So we have an itinerary for each and every one of you. And right now we've got some great offers. So we do have an offer that's actually technically ending tonight that we're offering 70% off the second sailor and up to $600 in instant savings. So this does end tonight. We do have a very similar promotion launching tomorrow. So if you're not ready to book tonight, that's fine. I know Brandon and his team will make sure that you have all the deets on our newest promotion launching tomorrow on October 9th. And we do have an exclusive offer for you spending some time with us this evening that's exclusive through Magic Lamp Vacations. So if you make a new booking, and I realize it still says September 30th, but if you make a new booking by October 15th, so by next Wednesday, we will provide you a $50 bar tab for your cabin. Now, this is not combinable with any other exclusive onboard credit offers that Magic Lamp Vacations has. So this is why you really want to get in touch with their team, because they do have some onboard credit offers that might actually get you more than this bar tab on select sailings. This is where you want to get in touch with them and see what exclusive offers they have through their agency. So for this particular offer, you do have till next week, but they will give you all the deets on the amazing offers we have, the amazing itineraries. We would love to have you on board and setting sail the best way, the Virgin way, sometime soon.
Absolutely. Okay. Amazing. Yes. Okay. So, y'all, October 15th, say it with me. October 15th is when you can get that $50 bar tab credit. What I would love for y'all to do, if you guys are interested in that, be sure to comment Virgin below, and one of our incredible travel professionals, one of our travel planning genies will actually contact you and tell you more about how you can get that bar tab credit. Okay. Angela, thank you so much for being here today. I think we actually had a question that somebody asked, and you might have covered it, but we covered so much information. So
I know.
Does the bar tab, is that included at Bimini?
Yes. So when you're at Bimini, the amazing thing, since it's essentially an extension of our ship, you'll have your wearable technology. We call that the band. So when you buy drinks, you scan your band. There are no card or cash transactions. If you've got bar tab left, that bar tab will be utilized. If you've already gotten through your bar tab by the time of Bimini, those charges will just end up on your shipboard folio. So, but bar tab does work at the beach club if you still have that in time for a Bimini beach day.
I love that. And then one other question was, which sailings tend to be like the most popular, like high season versus like low season for Virgin?
So we only have 4 ships, so we've actually been sailing pretty full all year round, which honestly, the more sailors we have on board, the better the vibe is. There's just something truly special about sailing on our ships and having the energy of all the different sailors that we have on board. So, haven't really had a low season. Now, our short Caribbean voyages are very popular, and they are a bit more popular during the summer months because we only have one ship in the Caribbean. So if you are looking at that Grand Turk itinerary or really any of the shorter Caribbean voyages during the summer months, it is better to book early because we've been sailing pretty full. We don't at the further in advance that you book, you're going to secure the better price, because as we get closer to the voyage, there's less availability, less cabins to choose from, and the price is going to be higher. So if you are eyeing up those summer itineraries, that Grand Turk, you definitely want to look into getting something booked sooner rather than later.
Amazing. All right, last question. We're going to tee this is from me, so we're going to tee this up. I would love to know, what are the 3, and this might be a little bit challenging for you because I know you love it all. I know everything is great, but if you were to say on your Virgin voyage, these are the 3 things you have to do. If you don't do these 3 things, you have not gotten the very best that Virgin Voyages has to offer.
Well, number 1 is you have to experience Scarlet Night, because it is just so cool and it is so fun. And it doesn't matter if you're somebody that's shy, you can stand up on deck 16 and you don't have to be at the pool party, but you can watch. But it is just an iconic and just a really special experience. Number 2, and my favorite does change every time I'm on board. It really just has to deal with what I'm craving. You have to try to go to as many of the eateries as possible and really indulge, because all of the food is amazing. Our specialty restaurants are incredible, but our other eateries like Pizza Place, the Galley, the Dock, that food is just as good as our specialty restaurants. So you really do want to let yourself indulge and have an amazing time. And I would say you also really want to go and experience the entertainment, whether it's our larger scale shows, whether it's going to the Happenings cast. It is just so unique. It is immersive, that there's just something for everybody. So you're not experiencing all the Virgin magic if you're not, just taking part in the activities and things that we have on board. The thing that I love about us is we are an extremely welcoming ship. So not only do you have these really epic experiences available to you throughout your entire voyage, but it's very easy to make new friends, to meet other sailors. And there's just so many different people on board. There is nothing, I haven't experienced anything like I've experienced when I'm on board. So you just have to embrace the experience and just be prepared to have a really great time during your sailing.
I love that. Now, one last question. I can answer this question because I know this. I can answer this question. Can you make dining reservations, or do you have to make dining reservations in advance? The answer is yes, for the sit-down table service style restaurants in advance. And it depends on what your cabin is and what your tiers basically of when that dining reservation window opens. But typically it's going to be at 60 and 45 days prior to sailing. Did I nail that?
You did, yes. And, we do recommend the reservations. It's just like dining on land. Now, we will have some additional reservations open up if you didn't get like your ideal time or you need to change things around on board. But really do recommend making those reservations just in advance. So it's one less thing that you have to think about once you're on board.
Amazing. I love it. Well, thank you so much, Angela. Thank all of you who are watching this live today. I appreciate it so incredibly much. Special shout out to Brittany and Brad, who I know are getting a group together to go later on this summer, and also for some of the team that's popping on and all of our amazing clients. Thank you all so much for being here today. And if you'll have any other questions, like I said, make sure you type Virgin below and we will get in touch with you. Bye-bye.